I would be reading to my kids, trying to be a fun mom, doing all the different voices for the characters, and all of a sudden my daughter would be shaking me awake. The words I was saying had turned into total gibberish. And the thing is, it kept happening over and over. And I was really trying to stay awake, like genuinely putting in effort. And she got so frustrated. And so did I, because I didn't want to be the mom that's falling asleep reading to her kids. And here's what got me. I wasn't staying up late. I wasn't skipping meals. I thought I was doing everything right, but I was still that tired. What I didn't realize was that the problem wasn't how hard I was trying. I had no real system holding any of it together. My habits were there, but they were scattered. Meals were a daily source of stress, and my week just kind of happened to me instead of the other way around. So once I built 3 simple systems, not an overhaul, just 3 repeatable structures, things really improved. My energy is super steady now. I don't crash in the afternoon anymore, and I'm present when I'm with my kids. And I'm doing all of this while homeschooling, living off grid, cooking everything from scratch, and running a business, often with my husband away for weeks at a time. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 3 simple systems that I use that make healthy habits actually stick so that my energy, my meals, and my week stops being a source of stress and starts to almost run on autopilot. And if you're new, I'm Erica. I help exhausted moms get their energy back through embarrassingly small changes done consistently over time, just through simple stuff that actually works. So if that's what you need right now, hit subscribe and grab my 3-day energy reset challenge, which I've linked below. It's a perfect starting point if you don't know where to begin. And the first system is probably not what you'd expect, but it's the one that made everything else actually stick. Most healthy habits fail not because they're too hard, but because they have no home in your day and no way to track whether you're actually doing it. A few years ago, I had this little list of things I knew were good for me. Drink more water, get outside, move my body, but they were just floating around in my head, unanchored, easy to forget, and easy to drop the second the day got hard or something unexpected came up. And then I made 2 small changes that totally transformed how I approach habit forming. The first was a chart on my fridge, just a super simple grid. The habits I was working on down the side, and then the days of the month across the top, and a checkbox for each day. That's it. Nothing fancy at all. Now, I only put a few habits on the chart at a time. Not 20, not everything that I want to work on eventually, just the ones I am actively building. The first habit I ever tracked was 1 glass of water first thing in the morning. That's it. Before I looked at my phone, before I stepped outside, before anything, I had just 1 glass of water. And I tracked it every single day. And something happened that I didn't expect. The act of checking the box became its own little motivation. I wanted to see that row fill right up, right? And on the days I missed it, I could see exactly where it fell off, which made it easier to figure out why I fell off. And then after a few months, I totally stopped needing the chart for that habit. It was just what I did every single morning, non-negotiable, almost unconsciously sometimes. 2 years later, I still do it. It's not a habit anymore. It's just who I am. And that's the point of this system. The chart is a tool for building habits, but it's not a permanent crutch. You use it until the habit becomes automatic. Then you can take it off the chart and add the next one. Or if you're like me and you really like those full rows of check marks, you can keep it on there and keep checking it off. The second change was bundling those habits into routines that already existed. Because here's the thing, if a habit is just floating in your day with no anchor, it gets skipped. But if it lives inside a routine you already do, it comes along for the ride without you having to remember it. So my morning glass of water is part of my morning routine. I wake up, go to the kitchen, I drink my water. It's not a separate task that I have to remember. It's just the first step of what I already do every morning. So I have a morning routine and an evening routine, and tucked inside both of them are many of the little healthy habits that I've built over the years. My movement, my sleep habits, they're not things I have to decide to do. They just happen because the routine happens. So this is the system that changed everything for me. Just two simple structures, a chart to make the habits visible, and routines to give them a home in my day. When I was falling asleep reading to my kids, I didn't need more willpower. I needed a system to stay consistent with the habits that would give me my energy back. And this was it. The smaller the habit, the easier it is to start. And once it's on the chart, inside a routine, it has a really good chance of actually sticking. But here's the thing, even with solid habits in place, there's another part of daily life that was draining my energy, especially mental energy, before I fixed it, and that was dinner. Deciding what to cook every single night is one of the biggest hidden drains for moms, especially if you're cooking real whole food from scratch. The decision fatigue is so real and it really adds up. So I cook everything from scratch, every meal, every day. And for a long time, meal planning was something I absolutely dreaded. I'd spend an hour or even 2 hours every week sitting at my table, scrolling through recipes, trying to find something new to try that we'd all like and was high protein, that I had the ingredients for, and that wasn't too complicated or would take too long. It was exhausting before I even started cooking. Then I had a really simple realization. I don't need to find new recipes every week. I just need to use the ones that already work. So I made a little stack of cards, one meal per card. Just the meals my family actually likes that I know how to make, that use ingredients I regularly have on hand. So it's maybe 20 or 25 cards total. I know every Monday I flip through my stack, I pick 7 meals that sound good and that I have everything for, and then I put them up with some pretty little gold magnets on my fridge. And it's my meal plan for the week. It takes less than 5 minutes. No scrolling involved, no decision fatigue, no starting from scratch every single week. And the second part of the system is batch cooking. Whenever I'm making dinner, I almost always make a massive amount, like 4 to 6 pounds of meat worth, double or triple the recipe. We eat it for dinner, use leftovers for lunch the next day, and then I freeze extra portions for a future busy night. So even though I'm cooking from scratch, I'm not starting from zero every single meal. Some nights dinner is already prepped and cooked, just in the freezer waiting. And here's what I want you to hear. This isn't just a time-saving tip. It's an energy tip, because the food I make from whole, real ingredients is genuinely different fuel for my body than processed food. I feel it. My energy is steadier. I don't crash. I can haul firewood with a baby on my back on a Tuesday morning because of what I put in my body consistently. But I can only cook like this sustainably because the system removes the friction. The cards remove the decision, and the big batches remove the daily grind of starting from scratch for every single meal. Real food cooked simply, repeated consistently. That's the system. And it's one of the biggest reasons my energy looks the way it does now. If you're listening to this and are thinking, I know I need to start somewhere, but I have no idea where, that's exactly what my 3-day energy reset challenge is for. It's 3 days, one simple habit each day, and it's designed specifically for moms who are exhausted and overwhelmed and don't have time for a whole new mosquito, of things to try. So it's the simplest place you can start, and you can find the link for that in the description. So now we've got habits that actually stick and meals that run without draining you. But there's one more layer that holds all of this together, and it's the system that makes sure your priorities actually happen instead of just getting pushed back again every week. If you don't decide ahead of time what your week is going to look like, the week will decide for you, as they say, and it won't leave room for the things that matter most to you. Every Sunday evening, I spend about 30 minutes planning the week ahead. And when my husband is home, we do it together. We go through each day, look at what's already scheduled, and make sure we both know what the week looks like. Honestly, it's one of my favorite little times with him. But a lot of weeks he's away, and I still do it alone because I've learned that if I don't plan the week just happens. And somehow the things that I really would love to get done that aren't already built into my routines, like work things and intentional fun with the kids, things like that, they just don't happen or happen as well as they could have. The planning session is how I protect them before they can get swallowed and disappear. So I look at each day, I see what's already on the calendar, appointments, homeschool activities, anything fixed. And then I intentionally place the things I care about into the gaps. My meal planning day, a family activity, time for business, etc. Before I did this, I would end a lot of weeks feeling like I'd been super busy the whole time, but hadn't actually moved anything forward. The weeks just blurred together. And now I end most weeks feeling like I ran it instead of it running me. And this is directly tied to energy. When you have a plan, even a super simple one, you don't spend all week carrying the mental weight of like, what am I forgetting? What should I be doing? Am I missing something? And that background noise, it's exhausting. And the simple planning session clears it. Just 30 minutes once a week, that's the cost. And the return is a whole week that feels more like yours. And honestly, you get way more done. So there they are, the 3 systems that took me from falling asleep on my kids to actually having the energy to be present with them. None of these are complicated. None of these take hours. And none of them require you to be a different kind of person than you already are. A simple chart on your fridge, a little stack of meal cards, 30 minutes on Sunday evening. That's it. And I know it can feel like something so small couldn't really make a big difference. I used to feel that way too about so many things, but I'm living proof that it does because I built all of this one really small step at a time, and now it's just how my life runs. So if you're an exhausted mom who doesn't know where to start with the water, 1 glass, first thing in the morning. Put it on your chart, do it tomorrow. That is a real first step. And if you want a little more guidance on where to go from there, grab that 3-day energy reset challenge. It'll walk you through exactly what to do. If this helped you, I'd love to know. Drop a comment and tell me which of these systems you're going to try first. And if you're ready to go even deeper, because sometimes the thing draining your energy isn't your habits at all. It's what's happening underneath them. Watch this video next.